Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 16, Picture Perfect. I know I missed last week, so I'm going to quickly go over last week's episode. Give me less than 1 minute, and then we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you're new here or if you're not, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and be sure to like the video. Okay, so last week, Preston proposed to Danny. She said no. And Q is trying to get into Danny's apartment, still, because he's a hobosexual. Sabrina tells Maurice that she'll talk to Andi to see if she can get him out. Andi gives Robin her loan shark's number because Gary and Hayden are trying to buy out the company. Gary overhears her conversation on the phone with Robin, and he tries to warn Hayden, but Hayden is finally getting some, and we know that's rare for him, so he's distracted. Robin tells Andi that he'll try to help her with Maurice. Zach goes to Karen's shop without Fatima to bring her the child support documents for a baby that's probably not even his. As he's leaving, Karen grabs him and gives him a hug and kisses him on the cheek. Someone took a picture of it and sent it to Fatima's friend, and the friend showed Fatima. And so that brings us to this week. Now, let's go ahead and get into episode 16. So Fatima asks her friend how she got the pig. And her friend, Angela, said that she got it from her girlfriend who was at the salon getting her hair done. She recognized Zach. She knew Zach was dating Fatima. She knew that was her friend, so she sent her the picture. It seemed like the friend was just starting mess. And the picture looked kind of crazy because it looked like Karen and Zach were actually kissing when she really just kissed him on the cheek. But either way, she was too close for comfort. So Fatima says she's going to wait for Zach to tell her, but the friend thinks, that's not a good idea. She's not in agreement with it. She's like, the longer you let it fester and stew, you're going to get more upset about it, like people normally do. That's why I don't tend to hold things in. I got to say what I feel right then and there. So Robin tells Andi that the loan shark wants 20%. Sheesh. That's a lot of money for helping Andi out. But I want to know, why is he so broke? When he first stepped on the scene, he had all this money, private jets and everything, and now he's going broke, just that quick. Tyler Perry's storyline just always be all over the place. So he told Andi that he scheduled a meeting with Gary and Hayden tomorrow so he could see the look on their faces when they find out that he actually did put the money up. I wonder what lengths they'll go through to try to get Robin out of there. Or are they just going to try to get Andi fired at this point? He asked to see if he could see her that night for dinner. I don't know why Andi keeps turning Robin down. He's better than Gary. He's been helping her. He actually can help her out. Gary did buy her the penthouse, but she had to pay taxes on it and everything else. So he didn't just flat out buy it, and she saved all her money. She put money into it too. So then we see Fatima. She's bringing Sabrina into Andi's office, and they hug and they kiss and scream and squeal like they ain't just see each other. What, yesterday? This is Tyler Perry land. A whole season will literally be 1 week. So they probably just saw each other, and now y'all hugging like y'all ain't seen each other in years. So Sabrina's nervous that Maurice is going to give her up. I would be too, because the longer he's sitting in there, who knows? Maurice called because she told him last episode to call her back. So he did call her. And he's basically cussing him out. Cause she's like, I got you on speakerphone with Andi. I'm in Andi's office. And he's letting them have it. It's their fault. And Andi tells Maurice, look, I'm trying to get you bail. And Maurice started snapping at her. Andi checked him real fast and real good. And he deserved it. And she was like, I'm only doing this for Sabrina because I love Sabrina. Sabrina's your friend. She's doing this for you. But you're not my friend. I don't have to do anything for you. I know that's right. So Maurice ends up apologizing because he was wrong, but I understand his frustration. He's sitting in there for something he didn't even do. But Andi ends up telling Sabrina the truth about her bail, and she's like, look, it's just not looking good for Maurice. You're going to have to put up possibly millions cash. So in the next scene, Hayden calls Gary and tells him that the plant that Fatima said is possibly the one. Like, that's the woman of his dreams. And you can just tell that he doesn't get play on a regular basis because it was just too easy. Like, Gary's like, that woman that you literally just met yesterday. Okay. So Hayden tells Gary Robin was in Andy's office. Gary claims he doesn't care, even though the look on his face says he does. And he still thinks they're going to take Robin down. So Hayden tells Gary he still wants to take Zach down over Fatima. Like, let it go. Because Gary's like, I got to do what I got to do for mine. And Hayden's like, yeah, me too. And he's like, what's yours? And he's like, Fatima. Y'all went out once. Y'all slept together one time. And now she's yours. My goodness. I don't know what kind of spell Fatima put on him. That's what happens when you give, like, someone undeserving some play. Like, they will just not let it go. He is trying to ruin her life. So Gary's like, you can't be acting this way over a woman, like, especially a woman you weren't even with. And Hayden said, look, we're one and the same. We two peas in the pie because you're doing the same thing. Touche. Because really they are. But Gary said, no, this is a level up. Like, this is a come up for me. Like, but no, you're doing this because of Andi. So Karen is trying to overwork herself per usual at the salon, and Pam is telling her she needs to go home because she's getting on her last nerve. Suddenly Aaron pops up like he always does, because I don't think he works or has a life. And then Aaron tells Karen he wants to take her out to dinner, clearly just to get her out of there, because she's like, oh, where? And he's like, oh, you pick the place. Normally I would be like, listen, you need to have a plan thought out, like pick something ahead of time, but this was obviously just to get her out of the salon. So I'm just sitting there wondering, like, why doesn't she want him to be the father? He's like, I want to feed you, make sure the baby's fed. Zach didn't care if you ate, slept, if your lights is on. He don't care nothing about it. He just don't want to overpay you in child support. But I guess. So Karen said, let me get my things. And while she's in the back, she calls Andi and tells her she's going to bring over the documents after she has dinner with her bae, aka Aaron. And it's just better. It's just good to see her in a better mood. Like, she has been in a terrible mood since season 1. So Andi stops in Fatima's office. I'm just wondering, are they getting work done? And when are they going to have a day off? They literally work every single day. So she tries to update her on the Karen and Zach situation, but Fatima's clearly, like, her mind is elsewhere. And she ends up showing Andi the picture. And Andi tells her, like, look, talk to your man. Like, you need to talk to him. At first, she thought it was an old picture, but Fatima was like, no, he had that on this morning. He wore that today, so that's not an old picture. I don't know if Karen set him up. I don't think she would, but somebody got it out for him. So Robin steps in, and he said Maurice got bail, but the prosecutor wants $1.5 million cash. Why didn't Andi say a long time ago this is a conflict of interest? Like, I handle his divorce case, and it's just a conflict of interest. Well, she should have stepped up and said he can't handle them because of that. Or if nothing else, I thought that bail was only 10%. Like, you only had to pay 10%. I've always heard, I don't know how or where, but I've always heard you only had to pay 10% of the bail. So why are you putting up the whole $1.5 million unless that is the 10%? But Robin asks Andi for dinner again, and she turns him down again. And he's like, oh, once you've been burned, you don't give second chances. Gary's done way, way worse. And you won't give Robin a second chance? All he did was call you out your name. It was wrong, but I think he's made up for it by now. So Andi calls Sabrina and tells her Maurice got bail. And, it's $1.5 million cash. And Andi tells her she don't have it. For some reason, Sabrina asks her again if she has it after Andi just told her she don't have it. But that's neither here nor there. Sabrina starts naming the entire cast, even mentions Zach. And I'm with Andi. Like, why is Zach's name? How does Zach's name come up in this? He ain't friends with Maurice. So Sabrina ends up calling Bio. And I think that's going to come with some strings. Ain't no way. He don't even hardly know you. Y'all went on 2 dates. Why would he just give you this money, no strings attached? So I'm wondering what she's willing to do for this money. So Q keeps harassing Danny to come over, and she keeps saying no. I'm tired of this storyline. Let's wrap it up. It's not going anywhere. Danny calls Sabrina, tells her that she's coming over. But Sabrina says Bio is coming over, so now's not a good time. And the reason why she called Bio over is because of Maurice bail, and she know he got a lot of money. Like, he got the money, so he can afford it. So we see the prosecutor. I think I dislike him even more than I dislike Hayden. And he tells Maurice that he got bail, but he know he don't got the money. He don't believe that he got the money, so he like, you can give Sabrina up and get out of here. And he won't let it go. He got his foot on Maurice's neck. So he's like, Maurice like, look, I'm not doing that. And he's like, if you come up with the money, I'm gonna be on you to find out how you came up with that money. We know he's gonna try to put something against him. He already got him in jail knowing that he didn't do this. So the prosecutor, he's just a true a-hole. I see why his ex divorced him, and I'm glad she got every dime. Fatima is home, but she's at her driveway. She didn't go inside the house yet. And her friend Angela called. She being nosy, and she like, you want me to stop by? Like, you about to go in? Well, let me stop by, basically, so she can be all in the middle of the mess and see what's going on. I don't trust her. It's something about her. I didn't watch Fatima, so I don't know what happened with that. But on Sistas, I don't trust her. So Fatima is getting upset because she hasn't heard from Zach all day, and that's not like him. But her friend is trying to calm her down. She like, let's go get drinks first. Like, you really need to relax. But it's actually making it worse. The more she talks about it, the more mad she's getting. So she ends up going inside, and Zach calmly just tells her how his day went. He said he didn't. The first baby mama won't answer his calls, and he gave the documents to Karen, and basically nothing happened. It was uneventful. She ends up confronting him because she got an attitude. He's like, why you got an attitude? And she won't tell him. So she confronts him about the picture. And that's where the episode ends. I am tired of something happening to Zach every episode. Like, he can't catch a break. Even when he has a win, like, it comes with a loss. Like, he can't just have a good day. And it's getting kind of played out. We got to do something else. We got to bring in some new characters or something because it's getting old. Especially because you got Zatima too. So it's just like overwhelmed. And Tyler got them filming all year round. When are we going to come up with something else? Get a new writer in the room. But let me know what y'all are thinking down in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.